What's up, guys? My name is Brandon. You guys can call me Swifterrs, and welcome back to a brand new Fortnite video here on my channel. Today I am coming at you guys with a super exciting video because in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the brand new FORTNITEMARES update coming to Fortnite. As you guys may or may not remember, last year in October of 2017, Epic Games released their first ever major update into the game. This of course was the first ever FORTNITEMARES update, and with this update we received the Skull Trooper, the Ghoul Trooper, and a ton of Halloween themed items in Fortnite Battle Royale. And of course, here we are 1 year later in October of 2018, and the second annual FORTNITEMARES update is scheduled to be released here in Fortnite Battle Royale. Now, the reason why we know that the second annual FORTNITEMARES update is here in the game and is scheduled to be released extremely soon is because if you guys were to hop into a game of Fortnite right now, head over to your news update section, you guys can see you should be prompted with this news alert. It says, coming soon, FORTNITEMARES, costumes and dancing, partner up, be wise, they could be friendly, or a ghoul in disguise. Now, not only is there an in-game news alert confirming the FORTNITEMARES update here in the game, but also a few hours ago, Fortnite posted pretty much the exact same thing over on Twitter. Again, it says, costumes and dancing, partner up, be wise, they could be friendly, or a ghoul in disguise, hashtag FORTNITEMARES. Now, while I currently make this video, it's on October 20th, and that means the FORTNITEMARES update is scheduled to be released sometime in this upcoming week. And the reason why I say that is because last year, when Fortnite introduced the first ever FORTNITEMARES update here in the game, they released this update, I believe, on October 27th. So 1 week from today, that's when the last FORTNITEMARES update was released. However, I can only assume that the second annual FORTNITEMARES update is scheduled to be released sometime in the next few days, possibly this upcoming Tuesday. Again, we don't actually have an exact confirmed date as to when the second annual FORTNITEMARES update is going to be live here in Fortnite. All that we know is last year, the first FORTNITEMARES update was released on October 27th, which is a week from today. So unfortunately, we don't have too much information about what's to be expected in this second FORTNITEMARES update. And again, we do go back to what was posted in the news alert and on Twitter. It says, costumes and dancing, partner up, be wise, they could be friendly, or a ghoul in disguise. So I can only assume that over these next few weeks, we are going to be receiving a ton more Halloween themed skins here in Fortnite. As you guys know, over these previous weeks, a ton of Halloween skins have already been added into the game, some returning from last year and some brand new ones. Of course, the most notable skin that actually made a return here in the game was the Skull Trooper. Now, when the Skull Trooper first came to Fortnite last year in October, I purchased it, and up until a few weeks ago, I had a pretty rare and very unique skin. However, as you all already know, Epic Games decided to reintroduce the Skull Trooper into the item shop, and because of that, it's technically no longer considered a rare skin, which is totally fine because it obviously gave players the opportunity to get a skin that they obviously didn't have because some of them were not playing back in October of 2017. So in addition to the Skull Trooper making a return here in the item shop, Epic Games introduced a female version of the Skull Trooper being the Skull Ranger, which I also purchased, and I was super excited for the introduction of that skin into the game. However, there is one Halloween themed skin that has yet to make a return into the item shop. Of course, this is the Ghoul Trooper. It's basically a zombie themed skin, and I really feel like I don't have to explain it or even show you guys a picture because I am sure all of you guys know exactly what the Ghoul Trooper looks like. So a lot of people were under the assumption that the Ghoul Trooper was also going to be making a return here in Fortnite. However, there really hasn't been too many leaks or too many teasers confirming whether or not the Ghoul Trooper was expected to be making a return into the item shop. However, from previous reintroductions of skins being the Skull Trooper, a lot of people were honestly assuming that the Ghoul Ranger, or the Ghoul Trooper more likely, was going to be coming here in Fortnite. However, it wasn't until earlier today when Fortnite posted their teaser image over on Twitter. Of course, this is the image you guys have been seeing throughout today's video, and of course, it definitely looks like the male version of the Ghoul Trooper. On top of that, it kind of reminds me of a zombified male version of the Calamity. As you guys know, the Calamity is the tier 1 skin that you guys can get here in the Season 6 Battle Pass, and because of the cowboy looking hat on the Ghoul Trooper that we can kind of see in this teaser image, a lot of people are actually under the assumption that this may potentially be a male version of a zombified Calamity. At the same time, we refer back to what the teaser said, costumes and dancing, partner up, be wise, they could be friendly, or a ghoul in disguise. So maybe this zombified male version of a Calamity is actually a Ghoul trooper, or a male Ghoul trooper known as potentially the Ghoul Ranger in a disguise. So guys, I don't know about you, but I could not be more excited for the second annual FORTNITEMARES update here in Fortnite. On top of that, for those of you who were playing Fortnite Battle Royale back in October of 2017, like myself, you guys probably remember that in the month of October and the first few weeks of November, Epic Games actually introduced a redesigned version of the rocket launcher. This was the Pumpkin Launcher. As you guys can see, this is a super awesome Halloween-themed awesome looking rocket. Now it's really interesting because this was the first time ever that Epic Games had sort of introduced a redesign of a pre-existing weapon, and as you guys know, over the last few months there have been a couple of holidays here in Fortnite, including Easter, including Independence Day, and a few others like Valentine's Day. And during those holidays, Epic Games actually reintroduced, or more so introduced, different versions of other rocket launchers and of other grenade launchers. This was super awesome, and because of that, I could only assume that when the FORTNITEMARES update is scheduled to be released here in the game, we will most likely be receiving the Pumpkin Launcher back in Fortnite. So in addition to the potential reintroduction of the Pumpkin Launcher here in the game, the potential reintroduction of the Ghoul Trooper into the item shop, and a potential male variant of the Ghoul Trooper, I can only assume that Epic Games is also planning on introducing a ton of new items and a ton of new other things into the game because of the FORTNITEMARES update. One new thing that comes to mind is the possibility of Epic Games introducing a special event set of challenges because of this FORTNITEMARES update. These special event challenges may last for a couple of weeks or maybe a week or two, and because of that, players like us are going to need to complete a specific challenges to unlock some super awesome rewards, and maybe after completing a specific number of challenges, we may be able to unlock a really awesome skin, a really awesome back bling, or even a really awesome pickaxe. This is something I definitely think that Epic Games has the potential and the possibility to do here in the game, because as you guys know, back in July of 2018, or over this past summer, Epic Games hosted its first ever special event set of challenges in honor of Fortnite's birthday. Of course, the Save the World portion of Fortnite Battle Royale, I believe, was released in the week of sometime around July 20th to July 27th of 2017, and because of that, Epic Games actually had a set of special birthday challenges in Fortnite Battle Royale, which I thought were super awesome. These were challenges that players could complete in order to unlock XP, some special spray paints, and eventually a really awesome back bling. Fast forward a few months later, we had the high stakes event here in Fortnite, and with this high stakes event, we also had a special event set of challenges that players could unlock and complete in order to get some super awesome rewards like spray paints, like emotes, like XP, and of course like a brand new pickaxe. So because of that, we have already had two special events here in Fortnite with a special set of challenges that players could complete in order to unlock some super awesome rewards for free, and because of that, it definitely makes a lot of sense that for the FORTNITEMARES update, the second annual FORTNITEMARES update, Epic Games may actually also introduce another set of special event challenges to unlock some super awesome rewards and unlock some super awesome free items. So guys, as I said, while we unfortunately don't have too much information about this second FORTNITEMARES update, it's super awesome that we do have absolute confirmation of it returning or coming back here in Fortnite. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I can only assume that the FORTNITEMARES update is going to be released sometime in the next week or so, just because last year, when the first FORTNITEMARES update was here, it was released on October 27th. Given the fact that we are 1 week away from October 27th, I can only assume that the second annual FORTNITEMARES update is going to be dropped here in Fortnite and made live for all of us to play sometime in the next few days, most likely before October 27th. So guys, I'm super curious to hear your thoughts and opinions regarding the second FORTNITEMARES update here in Fortnite. Are you guys excited for it like I am? On top of that, I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for the Ghoul Ranger to potentially make a return here in the item shop. And when I say Ghoul Ranger, I actually meant the Ghoul Trooper, just because the Ghoul Trooper is a skin that I personally regretted not buying, and because of that, I am super excited for the potential return of the Ghoul Trooper, and maybe a male version of the Ghoul Trooper being the Ghoul Ranger. Regardless, guys, please be sure to let me know your thoughts, opinions, and feedback regarding the second FORTNITEMARES update here in the game. With all of that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please please be sure to drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys were playing Fortnite back in October of 2017 when the first FORTNITEMARES update was here. If not, is this going to be your first FORTNITEMARES update here in the game? With all of that out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be sure to catch you guys later.